living up the last stone against the Heat.
Bada boom, bada bing.
Bada bing, bada boom. Good evening, y'all. It is Tuesday. It is Get Litty. It is the NXT review. We are live and moisturized with family time. It is your girl Bonafide Thundercat. We're with the princess, Roly Ray. Did I say that right?
Yep.
All right. And FTW Rock. We are in the building, y'all. So before we head into the review, y'all don't forget to head to ProWrestlingTees.com and get your FTW podcast t-shirts. We got them in 3 colors, purple and black, which will only cost you $17.99, and then we have it in the cocoa butter cutter color, which is a retro vibe for retro press, which will only cost you $16.99. So make sure y'all get you a shirt. You know it's Christmas time. Do some holiday shopping, and make sure y'all just tune in with your shirt and be live and moisturized with the game, y'all. So for the NXT review, out of 3 mic drops, y'all, what is your mic drop for tonight? Wicked, what is it? What is it?
You know, NXT, I love NXT, but tonight I'm really gonna have to go with a 2.3, y'all.
All right. I ain't mad about it. Rolly Ray, what you giving it today?
I don't know. I liked it. I give it probably, let's see, honestly, probably a 3.
Okay. Rock, we know you didn't really watch the show, but do you still want to give your rating?
Nah, I ain't gonna stop. I just came to fuck with y'all, man. I fell asleep.
All right,
Worked hard today.
No problem. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I low key, mine's is gonna be a 1.8. It was a little snooze fest for me, and y'all know I love me some NXT, but yeah, I wasn't too thrilled about it tonight. But hey, I like y'all's late, so you know that's just what they do. So for the first match of the night, it was Umba Femi versus Axiom. I did watch this match a little bit. You know, I kind of missed the beginning of the show, so I kind of came in mid-match. So for the parts that I did see, I'm just happy. First and foremost, I'm just happy to see Umba Femi back in the ring, you know, and just beating ass. So
beating ass and taking names, baby.
Yeah, so for this to be the first match of the night, you know, it kicked it off right. So, Rolly Ray, what did you think of it? What did you think of the first match of the night?
I thought the match was cool, but, you know, Obafemi was definitely kicking ass. Ass. And I knew that event, like, as soon as the match started, I knew it was going to be a squash match just because of, you know, Axiom wasn't even ready for this match. He was thrown into it because Nathan Frazier ran his mouth and got him a match, you know. But yeah, I knew he was definitely going to get squashed. I knew Obafemi was going to win, but it was a cool match. Cool.
Yeah. Wicked, what you think of this match?
You know what? This was a true David versus Goliath match tonight, you guys. It was a matchup between speed and strength, you know. Axiom, whoever gets in the ring with Axiom, they're gonna benefit off him. Let me just put that first and foremost, because Axiom is gonna go toe to toe with anybody. And the thing that I love about Axiom is he has heart, man, and he's one of my favorite wrestlers on the NXT roster. You know, from chops to strength to a lot of different fist combos. He tried his all, you guys, to get down to go against Umba Femi. And this is the thing. Me and Bonafide talked about this pre-show earlier today. If you're gonna step in the ring with Umba Femi, you better get ready for a funeral, because he is going to whoop that ass, you guys. And I mean, I gotta give it out to Axiom because he tried his hardest, man, and he gave it his all. But at the end of the day, you know, he was caught, planted, and dropped, you know, and I really wish he didn't get that hard of a drop, but you know, he did have some second more business to take on later on to the night. But man, did Mr. Umba Femi lay a mark on him tonight, y'all.
Yeah. Yeah. So the next segment after that, we did have Eddie. I mean, not Eddie. Well, I'm gonna talk about Eddie, but we had Ava talking to Eddie. I didn't really hear what was going on in this section, so I'm gonna pass it over to Princess, Wicked Princess. But yeah, what did you think of this little segment with Eddie Thorpe and Ava?
You know, for starters, I love that Eddie Thorpe is finally switching up his character, you guys. Like, this whole heel turn is something that he desperately needed because what were we doing with Eddie Thorpe? First off, he was some DJ. Now he was, and then he was like some Indian dude. Like, now he's starting to get into some character. You know what I mean? And do you guys, I feel like it was honestly a well planned. I don't think he really took a tap out, or you know what I mean, a cop out. That's what y'all say. Like, I don't think he copped out. You know, I think he played it really smart. You know, he planned this himself, and he did something a true heel would do. And he's an opportunist, and he made his own opportunity, y'all. This is what NXT is about. It is the land of opportunity, and if you're not going to get the opportunity, why not get your own motherfucking opportunity yourself? And that is exactly what Eddie Thorpe did. So right now, I'm giving y'all the little baddies clap right now with my two little index fingers, you know, because good job on making your own opportunity. You feel me? Because that is exactly what he did. So Ava was just pretty much telling him, like, you took the easy way out, and I think it was smart. You guys think it was? Do you guys think it was a cop out? You guys think it was smart? Do you think he was scared? What do y'all think?
I'm gonna let Rolly go.
Yeah, I think it was smart. I definitely think it was smart. I think that he did exactly what he needed to do, because one, Ava kept blowing him off each time he asked for something. You know, he was basically being respectful the whole time, but she just kept blowing him off. So he took matters into his own hands and said, "Okay, I'm going to, you know, do what I need to do." Basically, setting up his own attack. Nobody attacked him, but he made it seem like somebody did. Then he went out and goaded Obafemi, and then also goaded Trick into literally giving him a title shot. And it worked. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I like it. It was smart. He played a smart role, did his thing, and he got his opportunity.
Yeah. After hearing y'all speak, I do like it. You know, it's probably the best heel move that he could do. So I just hope in the midst of this heel turn that it really benefits him. I just don't want to see a flop because, you know, it's up in the air with Eddie Thorpe. So, you know, we shall see.
I kind of remember this.
Huh?
Oh, go ahead. My fault. My fault. I was gonna say I remember the Eddie Thornton thing. Like you said, he was doing the DJ thing. I thought that was crazy. I was like, "How are you a whole wrestler and they got the DJ?" And then like when they had that battle royale with Joe Henry was in there. He got eliminated like second, and they interviewed me that I think I did really good in the battle royale. I was like, "What? What?" But yeah, I like his I like his character development. I guess it was all you know, a long drawn out thing, but hey, I like it.
Yeah, I agree. So the next match of the night, we did have Carmen Petrovic. I mean, not the next segment. Let me back up for a second. We did have Carmen Petrovic. This was a backstage segment. We had Carmen Petrovic with Dion Lennox, and they were talking, and Adonis Feel Great walked by, and he basically, you know, he just spoke his mind. He told Carmen, "I didn't send you flowers, I didn't text you, and you know, now you in a relationship with Dion Lennox." He didn't like that, and then he walked off, and then Carmen and Dion, they just looked at each other. So he think that we're together, you know, so.
He said he was going to text Nikita.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that was crazy. I saw that part.
Yeah.
He said, "I'm going to text Nikita." Go ahead with your bad self.
Okay. I just thought with this storyline, it just kind of picks up because at this, for me, it's really kind of boring. It's a little stale. You know, they haven't really done anything. They haven't dived into this storyline. So for it to still keep on going and it just really hasn't developed, it's like, it just makes me scratch my head. It makes me scratch my head. I don't know. But is there any other parts that y'all want to speak about on this segment?
No,
Oh,
I mean, I'm just kind of. I agree with you, sister. I'm kind of just like, what angle are they going at with this? You know, it's just like it's going from love triangles to couples versus couples. So like, we get it. Y'all like to smash and pass. It seems like so.
I'm just
What's
saying.
really
I'm
going
just
on? I
saying.
feel like at this point, NXT they need their own. They need their own flavor of love type deal. I love New York type deal going on.
Hey, Rolly, do you have that idea for that wrestling day now? You should start at NXT. Everybody down there be fucking with each other. All of them. All of them gonna sign up.
This college campus down there, boy, it's definitely a real reality show. They is good.
Man.
Crazy.
So the next match of the night was a women's tag team match. We did have Soruka and Zarya versus Metaphor, which is Jakara Jackson and Lash Legend. So I was excited for this match, you know, especially a women's tag team match, and then see the Metaphor. I'm like, all right. But overall, the match, it was all right. It was decent, and then I'm not gonna lie, I really did think Soruka and Zarya was gonna win. But then when they lost, I'm like, I don't know why I thought that. You know, I don't know why I thought that, but I feel like it's been a minute since I've seen Jakara Jackson and Lash Legend in NXT. So it was definitely a treat to see them tonight. And then they pulled out the win, and rightfully so. So, Rolly Ray, what did you think of this match?
I thought it was definitely it was good for what it was. Like Soruka doing what she always does, you know, impressing. She got up on top of, you know, when Zarya had, I don't know who she had up in on her top of her shoulders, but you know,
I think it was Jakara Jackson.
Yeah, she got on top of her and then went down there a little surfer pose and then jumped out the ring. I'm like, okay, yeah, she's insane. She's insane. But I thought Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson was on the main roster. I didn't even know they were back down here. I didn't know they were going to be doing double duty because I heard they were up there. So it was definitely a surprise seeing them down here. I didn't even know this match was announced before it even happened tonight. So, but it was a good match. We got what we got, and it's cool seeing Jakara and Lash Legend win. You know, I liked it.
I agree. Before we get to Wicked, the only other thing that I do want to say is I hope that they don't start trying to put Soruka and Zarya in a tag team. You know, I would have preferred a tag team versus a tag team. They could have had somebody from Fatal Influence or something, but I just don't like sometimes where they have these tag team matches and they put two single competitors in the same match. I don't. It just sometimes it just rubs me the wrong way. But Wicked, what did you think of this match? What's up,
For starters, you guys, you already know that I'm bougie. So me seeing the bougie bully and the Meta Girls win tonight, that was definitely something I didn't expect, honestly, because of Soruka and Zarya just now being still fresh on the roster and her strength. But listen, one thing y'all people don't realize about the Meta Girls is they stand on business, y'all. And I gotta give my shout outs to both of them because they have been on the main roster getting better, you guys. These two have been elevating every single time I see them. They're just getting better and better and better, you know. So I'm definitely glad that the Bougie Bully and Miss Jackson picked up the W today, you guys, because why not? They're the Meta Girls, you know. They are the true mean girls of NXT, rightfully so. And you know, it's just going to be a matter of time before they do stick on the main roster. I'm just ready for them to bring back some women's tag team gold back in NXT, you guys, because rightfully, I think the Meta Girls do deserve those tag team champions. I mean, listen, if you think about it, especially their time on their main roster, they have been doing nothing but great things. Lash Legends has been hanging with the big dogs. You know what I mean? Piper Niven, Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill. You know what I mean? She is hanging with them. And Miss Jackson, after she got back from her wrist injury, she's been doing nothing but elevating. You know, I had my doubts about Jakara.
I still got to see her wrestle a little bit more because I don't think she need to be on the main roster I mean,
I can agree with you there, but Lash Legends, listen, Lash
Lash is
Legends has improved since her Iron
she
Survivor
has.
match last year. She has improved and she is doing amazing. And I have to give my girls flowers when it's due.
Hey, I thought the same thing, Bonafide, about Jakar Jackson until they had that match at I don't know if it was whatever PLE they had. It was like a 4-way women's match for the tag title. Jakar did her thing in that match. I ain't gonna stunt.
Okay.
She went crazy in that match. That whole match was Lash and Jakar. They just weren't scheduled to win, but they showed out, and Jakar did a whole lot better. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. It was like them, Bianca, Jay, and Piper Niven, them, and somebody else.
Yeah,
And
It
Crown
was
Jewel.
Damage
There you
Control.
go. Damage Control. There you go. They went off. And yeah, I personally, she actually, I ain't gonna stunt. To be honest, other than of course we love Bianca and Naomi and Jay, but the Metal Girls are probably my favorite women's tag team right now. I'm gonna be completely honest.
Absolutely. And they rock it on the mic, talking about them.
And reportedly, the thing is that the whole metaphor has been called up technically, but until the whole group is healthy, they're just gonna keep on doing appearances in NXT. But technically, they are main roster people. I think we're gonna get more of them in 2025 on the main roster.
Yeah, because Noah is working to come back. I've seen all the stuff on Twitter of him, training in the ring. So yeah, they should be on their way.
Okay.
I love Noam Dar. I cannot wait for him to come back.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm excited. So after that, we had another backstage segment where it was Tyson and Tyreek. They were exchanging words, and Lee Johnson was back there, and he was basically just saying all you need is yourself, So it was, I don't know where they're going with this storyline, so we shall see. But I was excited to see Tyson and them. I think they're a nice tag team. So and then before I pass it on, it was a lot of backstage segments and a lot of a lot of talking. And y'all know how I feel about all that talking. I like to see action, So it was a little too many backstage segments for me, especially where the backstage segments that they did have did not really correlate with the story, or it didn't correlate with the matches that were happening tonight. So that's why that's where the disconnect came for me. So, but Wicked Princess, what did you think of that, of the backstage segment, the locker room segment?
I think right now, I listen, for starters, I agree with you. Today was just a lot of backstage segments today. Like, well, more talk, less action, and I'm all about that action too. Honestly, it was a snooze fest for me. We could have done without that segment, to be honest. I really don't have not much to say about those gentlemen at all right now. Currently, outside of Wesley is still going to be one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, and it's going to continue to be that way. You know what I mean? So.
Okay. And it's weird, low key. It's weird seeing him without his dreads. It be taking me. I'm like, who is that?
Well, I'm from Ohio, so I stick with my Ohio wrestlers. So that Wesley is underneath that, alongside my fellow friends, Alexa Bliss. Shout out, and to Alexa Littlefoot as well too. Shout out to her. We'll be getting some of her faces soon, but I'm all for Ohio wrestlers. I'm just ready to see Wesley either go to that main roster or finally capture something that he deserves, and that's some NXT Championship gold. You know what I mean? He's definitely well deserved it.
Yeah, I agree. Rolly Ray, what did you think of the backstage men's locker room segment?
I missed this segment completely, and I guess I'm glad I missed it because I must not have meant that much.
You didn't.
I ain't got much about it.
Okay, so all right. So the next match we had of the night, we had OTM Jada Parker versus Ren Sinclair. Jada Parker has been She's been here and there, but she's been doing her thing. She's been doing her thing, and she definitely did her thing in this match. She pulled out the win over Red Sinclair, and yeah. And then I just want to say, like, the match, but like, oh damn, they could have had a tag team match tonight. You know what I mean? I feel like I'll never get to see them wrestle no more, and that kind of makes me upset. I don't like that. I don't like that. But Rolly Ray, what did you think of this match?
I thought the match was fine. You know, Jada doing what Jada always does, talking smack and just beating people up. Felt bad for Ren because I like Ren. I like Ren. I like what she's doing now with, you know, the No Quarter Catch crew. I like how she's seemingly getting better in the ring as each and every time she wrestles. You can see the progress that she's been putting in and how much Charlie Dempsey has basically, you know, influenced her. It's cool to see that. And I want to see her succeed a little more. I want to see her win some matches. I mean, she obviously won that match to go to, you know, the, what was it? The Iron Survivor Challenge. She obviously won that match, but I want to see more. But love Jada Parker. And yeah, looking forward to seeing her continue to beat people up. And also, you know, come back from her loss to Lola Vice because that was crazy. I thought she was going to win.
Me too. I'm not gonna lie. Me too. I definitely did for sure. Wicked, what did you think of this match?
You know, I could agree with Royal Ray as for sure, especially when it comes down to Ren Sinclair. You know, I speak about this every time I see Ren. You know, prior to her coming to the WWE, she was a double champion herself on the independent scene, and for her just to walk away with being a double champion, she's meant to be a heel, and I really want to see her progress more, and I definitely would love to see some gold around her waist because she's got the skill for sure. Ren Sinclair does have the skill. Jada Parker and her, they threw down, you guys. This was a good match. It was a fair matchup between the two ladies, and I did want Ren Sinclair to win, but Miss Parker's on a mission right now, and if she's not hitting people with bricks, she's hitting people with her hips. So right now, she did pick up the W. It was definitely deserved, but I feel like we're going to see some OTM and some No Quarter Catch crew go down here shortly, because everybody was going at it tonight. So kudos to Jada Parker for picking up the W tonight. Ren Sinclair, love to see you. I love that they're using you more, and she's getting more camera time and more matches. So that means that they see a lot of potential in her. So she's doing what she needs to do. So just keep on doing it, Ren Sinclair. I see some good things happening in her future.
Yeah, for sure. So after that, we had another backstage segment, which was Shotzi, Tatum Paxton, and Gigi Dolan, and they were all sitting there playing dolls. And for the most part, I would like to see all three of them as a faction. I feel like that would be a really good faction. I wouldn't be mad about that. But also, after they were done playing dolls, we did see Fatal Influence watching them play dolls, and then where they were speaking amongst each other, we did have Alba Fire and Isla Dawn come and just interrupt, and they all exchange words, and it just seemed like tonight it was just a sprinkle of women tag teams come into NXT tonight, and you know, we'll see what comes from this. So Wicked Princess, what did you think of this backstage segment?
We all know that the Wicked One is all for the women's division, you guys. I thrive the women's division. I'm for the women's division, and you know, I agree with you, Bonafide. I feel like a faction between Shotzi, Tatum, and Gigi would be dope. Now, one thing about it, and Isla and Alba did say something to JC into Fatal Attraction. Different name, same JC, you know, and that's something. One thing that I love about JC, she has not switched up her role once. You know what I mean? JC, in my reality, I think JC should be the full front of Fatal Attraction, simply because of her experience. But you know, I got to give it to Fallon Henley too. Fallon Henley is doing her damn thing right now, you know, and they got Jasmine on their side. She's getting better. She impresses me every time I see her in the ring. She's not just a pretty face either, you know, she gets down and dirty in the ring, and I love it, you know, so just like you said, a little bit of a hint and toss up with some tag team with the women's division. You would think with all these tag teams that they'd bring back some NXT Women's Tag Team Championship gold, you know? And they had, why not have Isla and Alba, the last NXT Tag Team Champions, Women's Tag Team Champions, come on board and make an appearance tonight, even though they're on the main roster. I love Isla and Alba Dawn. They are phenomenal in the ring. You know, they're just very, what's the word that I'm looking for? They're very mystical and they're very dark. And, you know, for them to kind of like, this is the thing, like them two alone could do damage to anybody. Isla and Alba, they are a great tag team. So I wonder if we're going to see them have a little bit of mix up with some tag team actions, you know, in the upcoming weeks with these three teams. You know, we have Shotzi, Gigi, and Tatum Paxley, man, that's someone that deserves some flowers, because Tatum Paxley is just incredible in the ring. And I've seen her when she first started off in NXT, and she's just another individual that just elevates and progresses. And honestly, she's coming up short a lot of times when it comes down to some championship matches, but I definitely see some gold in her future. So maybe this is her hint towards, because she's always looking for a friend. So maybe this is her shot to get some tag team gold if they decide to bring the women's NXT tag team championships back.
I agree. Roby Ray, what did you think of this segment?
All I gotta say is it was cool seeing Shotzi back. I love Shotzi.
Yeah.
Love Shotzi. And then also I love them seeing them all together. I love that group. I love Gigi. I love Tatum. I love Shotzi. And I think that would be a fire group. If they're going to be a group, I think that's a fire group that they definitely should have down here at NXT. Then it was also good seeing, you know, Isla Dawn and Alba Fire. They haven't been seen on the main roster, so I feel like they're bringing them down here. Because, like Wicked said, I feel like they might be bringing some NXT gold now. Maybe they might be. Because if you're putting all these teams together, it's only you got to be doing it for some reason. You have to be. Now, I don't know if it's for the belts, but there has to be a reason behind these teams being formed. And then not only that, Alba Fire and them also basically seeing the dissension that's going on between the Fatal Influence, how Fallon is basically all wrapped up in her belt and not really caring about the group. It's like not Gigi, but even JC's kind of getting annoyed by it. Like, okay, we're here talking about the group and you're worried about the belt. So it's cool that they kind of are saying that we see a unit with, you know, Tatum Paxley, Shotzi, and Gigi. Yeah. But with y'all, we see, you know, turmoil. So I'm like, okay, I can't wait to see what happens with that group. Are they all going to go their separate ways? Or are they going to stay a team? Or somebody getting kicked out? I don't know. That's cool.
Yeah, and I just want to say, I was excited when Fallon Henley won the Women's North American Championship. But I am disappointed that she does not defend that belt. Kalani Jordan was at least defending that belt and having matches. She ain't did nothing. So I'm a little disappointed in that. What's up, boss man? We doing our paid sponsors right now?
Yes, man. And with that being said, man, I just want to just take a brief intermission from the guys as they're having a wonderful show. Thank you all who are joining. I know it might be messing up there on the Instagram side for you guys, and if it's not, if so, y'all know we have 3-4 other platforms y'all can go on. Y'all can go on our X, y'all can go on our Twitter X page, y'all can go on our Facebook or on our YouTube. And with that being said, we're going to take a quick intermission for our paid sponsors. And once again, if you want to be a paid sponsor, we go live here 5 to 7 business days throughout the week. And whatever it is you want to promote, we can get it out there, man. With that being said, we're going to give a shout out to our 2 paid sponsors tonight. Our boy, Kevin Reinhardt with the Rolly. While you here, go ahead and let them know.
With Goju Ryu Kai, Martial Arts Kickboxing Studio.
Yes. And I got Kevin Reinhardt. And then also our boy DA, they're also with Passport Republic. And we're gonna go ahead and get into the play, and we're gonna get back to the great show that these guys are having, and we'll be back.
Ooh.
Down M13 through Genesee, I-75 is the home for me. Welcome to Saginaw, Saginaw, Saginaw. Down M13 through Genesee.
Put your pinky rings up to the moon. Girls, what y'all trying to do? 24 karat magic in the air. Head to toe, so clear. Look out. Pop, pop, it's showtime. Showtime, showtime, showtime. Guess who's back again? Oh, they don't know. Gone time. Oh, they don't know. Gone time. I bet they know.
And always, as I gotta go ahead before we go on to the rest of the night, we always gotta give a shout out to our girl, Reptar. Shout out to Reptar. And once again, if you dating with Reptar, man, if you want great dating advice or just want to hear, you know what I'm saying, listen to great people talk, shout out to our girl Reptar. As you can see, she goes on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. And like I said, for singles, couples, and conversations no one wants to have, that's where you go with dating with Reptar. Shout out to our girl. And with that being said, shout out also to our 2 paid sponsors. And I'm going to go ahead and let the gang get back. We're having a great show.
Yeah.
I need to get on with Reptar.
Okay, for sure. You definitely do. You definitely do. So the next match of the night was an NXT tag team match. And it was, I still call them Gallus boys, but they were calling them Gallus tonight on commentary. And it was against our NXT champions, Nathan Frazier and Axiom. And I'm not even going to lie to y'all, I didn't watch this match. I'm mad that they just be playing with the Gallus boys. The Gallus boys, they just fit on the main roster. So I just hate that they keep them in NXT. And they've been in NXT for so long. And then to have them in a championship match and then have them lose tonight, I just didn't like that. I ain't appreciate that. So it's like, cool.
Ooh, that was kind of spicy, Bonafide.
But that's how I felt. That's how I felt because I really thought they was gonna lose. They had Axiom in that match earlier with Uma Femi, and then you know what I mean. So then you're gonna have them lose to the Gallus boys. Like, come on. It didn't look good for Gallus. And then, you know, Nathan Frazier and Axiom, the whole time they've been a tag team, they really haven't been on the same page. They still compete as single competitors, and they still have the belts on them. So I just thought Gallus was going to win. You know, they're a legit tag team. It just made sense. So since they didn't win, I don't have nothing to say about the match at all. At all.
And that's okay, because the Wicked One has a lot to say about this match. Because, listen, Axiom and Nathan Frazier, as I say on plenty other of our shows, they are my favorite tag team champions in NXT history, you guys. Outside of MSK, they are my favorite tag team champions. They are so amazing to watch, so fun to watch, so fast, and they have been against all odds, and this simply just put them to the test again tonight, especially with Axiom starting off the show and being pre-injured from Ubafemi. They had the odds against them tonight, and guess what? They still, with a broken nose and a hurt shoulder, they still pulled out the W, you guys. Because why? Because they are the tag team to beat. They have took down every single tag team on the roster. So please, let's get a sign-up sheet going, and I would allow anyone to challenge my boys because every single time my money's going to be on my superheroes, y'all. That's what I call them. They're my superheroes.
Rolly Ray, what did you think of this match?
Match was fired. And like I like that. I like that the Gallus got an opportunity for the belt, and they were definitely getting this match, and they were definitely going back and forth. Gallus was doing what Gallus always does, especially like, oh my gosh, like Wolfgang. Wolfgangs are great.
Yeah.
Joe Coffey being out there, I thought for sure that was going to be one of the reasons why Gallus won. And honestly, I don't know, like Matt, like going into this match, I thought that Axiom and Nathan Frazier were going to lose. Just because of, like I said, like you said, the pre-injury, like he went to a match earlier with Obafemi. So that was one thing. He was already taped up, like Axiom was taped up. Nathan Frazier broke his nose, so he had a mask on. Like, I was like, okay, they're beat down. And then not only that, but also in the middle of the match, they had that miscommunication where he hit him with the golden ratio. I'm like, okay, this should be it. This should be it right here. This should be the end.
Right.
Nope, not the end. They still kept on going, and they finished the match out. It was a great match, but I was like, okay, I was looking forward to new champions tonight. I'm not mad at, the fact that they retained, but who's left for them to beat, or who's left for them to even, who's left to beat them, period? Because I don't know at this point.
Well, we still have the family. We ain't even seen the family or Tony D'Angelo, but it's OTM. I don't know if they beat them. They probably have, but anywho. Yeah, you're right. Look, but
yeah, they ran through every.
Don't come for my boys. Don't come for my boys.
Every tag team, they're a great tag team, honestly.
The best.
Okay.
They may be off the same page sometimes, but they hop right back on their feet and they get the W each time, y'all. There's a reason why they're the tag team champions.
I got a question. I got a question. What happened to Devon Evans' mouth? They did a little video afterward. He bleeding like Superman.
We get into that.
Yeah, we about to get into that segment though. But Bonafide, can I bring something up real quick?
Go ahead.
Because before this match they had like a little promo about the NXT women's division. And
that was great.
That promo was fire. I know they're leading up to, the promo for, we all know how I feel about Julia. I love me some Julia. I've been following her career since her New Japan Pro Wrestling days. But leading up to all the women's champions that we've had in NXT, we've had 20 different ranks, 17 different champions, and from Rhea Ripley to no one's ready for Asuka to the Shayna Baszler to Rewinding Tiffy Time, to the Prodigy. They just showed all the amazing talent that the female wrestlers have. And man, we have to, let me just make this an I statement. I believe that NXT really does have the best women's division. Hands down.
Absolutely. By far. Shawn Michaels been cooking down there.
Yeah, and it's going to continue to get better because his team and him continue to pump out new daggone women, champions, future women champions, because they continue to scout. And they do it with NIL superstars, they do it with indie stars, they do it with world-renowned talent like Julia or Stephanie. They just, they kill it.
They're killing it. Sorry, I just had to throw that out there because you know how I feel about the women's division, y'all.
Yeah, I didn't even see it, so I'm glad that you brought it up. I didn't even see it.
Yeah,
so the next segment.
Listen, they even showed Mandy Rose.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Yeah.
We cannot. Y'all cannot bring up the NXT Women's Championship without Mandy Rose. Let's be honest. Let's be for real honest. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe that's a sign since they did show her, because they haven't really showed her since she's left and because of what she's done. So maybe that's a little sign since they did. Listen, they didn't even show Lyra Valkyria. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they didn't even shout her out. You know what I mean? Like, but they showed everyone else pretty much. But I would love for Mandy Rose to come back. Anyways, let's go
She
on
said she ain't
to.
coming back. She said she ain't coming back. She makes too much money on what she's doing now.
Yeah, she is. I ain't mad at her. Hey.
Me either.
So the next segment backstage was Hank and Tank. They were talking, and we had Javon Evans, and then we had a video package with Lexus King and Charles Dempsey, and they just getting together and doing what they do. I ain't mad with Lexus King, partnering up with Charles Dempsey. Y'all know I love me some Lexus King. I just felt like they got him out here crying and shit. He crying every week. He over here boo-hooing. Oh, listen, I don't know how I feel about it. But nonetheless, I'm glad that, he has a storyline and it's coming together. Rolly Ray, what did you think of these two segments?
Okay, so the Javon Evans one, it was very quick and short. He was listing off what he had accomplished since he came in NXT, and it's cool to see how far he's come just in that short amount of time that he's been here and what he's achieved. But then Ethan Page just walks right through him, bumping each and every him and Hank and Tank, and I'm like, okay, he's just having a bad day, bad week, bad month, whatever it is. Yeah, he's having a bad time. So I was intrigued to see where they were going with the Ethan Page thing. But then the Lexus King and Charlie Dempsey thing was cool. I was like, okay, this is, two dudes just working out, and he's giving him an opportunity to basically fight him for the Heritage Cup. And it was definitely a challenge because the way them workouts looked, I was like, God dang, I can't even do that right now. Maybe later, but right now, heck no. He had a deck of cards. He said, until these deck of cards are gone, we're going to continue to work out until the cards are gone. I'm like, that's insane. I don't even know how you do it. I don't think your dad can do that right now. But it's cool to see that. It's cool to see what they're doing with Lexus King. He's not trying to be like his father. That's just basically the storyline. He's like, I'm trying to be different than what my father was. He was a loose cannon. I'm not trying to be that. So yeah, it's cool.
What do you think of this segment? The two segments.
Y'all set it off for real. Y'all, I agree 100%. I stand behind y'all both with exactly what y'all had to say about this. I know how you feel about Hank and Tank. I know how you feel about Lexus King. Those are your boys. But man, I can't disagree. I agree with everything that you guys just said about the whole segment, honestly.
Okay. So the next segment, we did have Ethan Page in the ring. And he was basically talking about, his sad blues and everything and whatnot. And then we had Javon Evans come out and basically told him he was proud of him. And then, in all ego Ethan Page fashion, he ducked him off. And, it was all like Donkey Kong. I was like, dang, really? But I knew it was coming. Wiki, what did you think of this segment?
At first I felt for Ethan slightly. I felt for the ego, y'all. I felt for him. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a big fan of Ethan. No, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not mad at what he did, but it did take me by surprise, especially with the outcome of what happened to Javon Evans. Javon is such a sweetheart, but he has accomplished so much in so little time, and he has so much more that he is going to show us and so much more that he is going to accomplish. I'm ready for that. And he was just showing, even though him and Ethan Page have had their ups and downs, he came back and tried to be a good man, to try to tell him, I seen you I seen you without having that ego, especially when he won that NXT championship, and that ego trip, it was like the devil on his shoulder, and he just snapped. Next thing you know, Javon Evans got a chair around his neck and blood spitting out his mouth, man. That shit was wild.
It was. Rolly Ray, what did you think of this segment?
I thought it was vicious to look at. That's what I thought it was.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, like as soon as well, I ain't even gonna get to that yet. But Ethan Page coming out soon at the beginning, it was cool. Like, what's up, MTG? But yeah, it was cool seeing him come out. It was cool seeing him come out and basically, try to basically tell what was going on with him. And I'm like, okay, man, I can see that he's going through some stuff. But soon as Javon Evans' music hit, I was like, I don't like how this is going right now. I feel like he's going to turn on him. He's like, this is the setup automatically. And he definitely was gullible enough to take it. And oh my gosh, he literally was, it was basically trying to make Ethan Page like, yeah, I seen you, I seen how you literally smiled at your kids, you smiled at your wife, letting them know that you are a champion. And, I'm here for you. We see you, Ethan, we love that you're here. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. And I thought he was going to, hug him. But as soon as he said that, I shouldn't be worried about or me losing my smile. I should be worried about taking yours. And he cracked him with that microphone. Yeah, cracked him, started punching him across his face. And then after that, I was like, he's snapping. I was like, okay, so is it over? Nope. He went outside, got the chair. And I'm like, okay, he's going to hit him with it. Nope. He put it right on his neck. I'm like, no, bro, don't do it to him. And he stepped on his. As soon as he stepped on his neck, Javon spewed out blood. Like it didn't even fall out his mouth; it sprayed out his mouth. I'm like, yeah, this is disgusting, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna be off TV for I don't even know how long, maybe 3 weeks. I don't know. It looked like it was gruesome. So speedy recovery to Javon Evans. But
okay, Rock, you have anything to say about that segment?
Nah, I just saw, like I said, I saw a little bit of it, then I saw the aftermath. Like, I was like, damn, what happened? Well, boy got thrown down, didn't he? I mean, it was a decent segment. I didn't expect it at all, not in that way. NXT, I don't really remember NXT having that much blood on it. Like, in that type of capacity, it was a lot. So, yeah, and cool to see. Hope he get back better. That shit was hard to watch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, I know this sounds funny, but Javon Evans kind of remind me of like a Black Ricochet, and I mean exactly the way I said it.
Yeah, listen, you're right though. And look, we got Axiom in the building. We did see y'all win the belts tonight. We'll retain the belts tonight. Listen, so it's good to see you in the building, MTG. So the main event, y'all, the main event. But before we get to the main event, we did have Trick Williams speaking to the reporter. I can't think of her name right now. And Uber family walked up on them. And then we had a Stephanie Valkyria video package, but we just gonna hop right into the main event. So the main event. Oh, listen. So for the main event, y'all, we did have Trick Williams put up his belt, the men's NXT Championship belt, against Eddie Thorpe, and this match was cool. It was cool. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. Eddie Thorpe is growing on me. I'm still unsure about him. So for him to be in the main event tonight, it was just like, all right. So I'm glad that Trick Williams won, because I'm gonna tell you, I was gonna be upset because when he did get, first of all, how did we even get 2 refs on top of that? And then, when they were cutting off NXT, we did have Ava come out and she was talking to the ref. But we're just going to assume that Trick Williams did win the match because, yeah, I don't know what to think about it. But, Rolly Ray, what did you think of the main event?
It was fine. I'm going to say it was fine. It was cool to see, Eddie Thorpe in the match in the main event picture. I was not expecting it, but it was cool to see him get a title shot. The match, I don't know, the match wasn't all that, it didn't do nothing for me. And then the ending, I'm assuming that they said that Eddie Thorpe had his shoulder over, or had his arm over Trick, while Trick had I don't know what happened during that match. It's so confusing. So confusing.
Yeah.
All I know is there was 2 refs out there. They both counted the pin. Ava came out there, and they're trying to figure out who won. So I'm guessing we're getting a triple threat match at New Year's Evil. I'm guessing that's probably what's going to happen because it seemed like they don't have a definitive winner. So that sucks. But I was just hoping to see Obafemi take Trick out and take his belt by himself. I didn't want Eddie Thorpe in here. I wanted Trick to take the pin and lose the belt so it could be a definitive win. And, you know, he can go back down and build himself back up. Because, I don't know. I was just expecting Trick to win it definitively. I didn't want there to be no, you know, confusion on if he won clean or if he won or not.
I agree. Wiki, what did you think of the main event?
The main event was fire. It was a good match. Not gonna lie. Again, like I said earlier today in the show, I love that Eddie Thorpe is on this heel kick right now. You know, the way that the match ended. You know, I know when Ava came out and prior to the match, she did say she really didn't even want this match to happen. So for it to be a continuance, because there was some confusion. First off, there was 2 refs. Like, ding dong, hello, what is going on? Like, like we had no idea what was going on at the same time. But yes, his shoulder was up and it was over Trick Willie. So we really, there was a note. It really shouldn't have ended. The match should have continued, but it is what it is. I feel like just like Royal Ray, just like you said, I feel like we're going to see some triple threat action at New Year's Evil. And I mean, that's cool and all, but I was really just hoping to see Uba versus Trick, but we know how this goes sometimes. I do like the angle that they're heading this at. I'm not mad at it. But now Eddie Thorpe is going to get another chance at the NXT Championship, which I believe in. You know, that's good.
Yeah.
Let's see all 3 of these guys go head to head, you know, and maybe it is going to be Eddie Thorpe being the wild card, and it's going to be a fire match because, you know, Uba and Trick Willie was gonna end in one way. Either someone was getting smashed completely, but you know, it being a triple threat match, it could go either way.
Yeah. MTG, you already missed us talking about y'all and all y'all history as a tag team. Wicked speak very highly of y'all. So, but
Yeah.
anywho, you know, that was NXT tonight, y'all, as we close out the show. Catch us tomorrow for the AEW Dynamite review. On Thursday, we have the TNA review and the Lockup Lounge. Catch us Friday for the SmackDown review. And then we back at it again on Monday, y'all. Y'all know we come to y'all 5 to 7 days a week. Family time, we stay live and moisturized. Do any of y'all have any closing remarks before we end the show tonight?
Nah. I'm
No.
good.
All right.
You guys,
Well,
you guys already know what it is with me, the Wicked One. Sorry, you know I had to throw my little closing out there. You know, it feels good to be back with the FTW family, you guys. Your boy is back healthy, and I'm ready to go on. We are in WrestleMania season, you guys. It is around the corner. We're getting ready for New Year's Evil. We're just getting ready to set things up for the bigger shows to happen, and I am so excited to be back at the perfect time, you guys. So it's the Wicked One. You guys can always catch me here with the Tuesday Night Gang, and of course, the Lockup Lounge ain't the same without the hostess with the mostest, y'all. So ding dong, hello, your favorite one is back. What's going on, y'all?
okay.
I just want to say my birthday is Friday. Y'all just don't forget that.
Okay.
Happy early birthday.
Mm-hmm.
We need to
I'm trying not to remember.
we need to get Mr. FTW Rock. We need to get him on that love with Reptar. We need to find him some love, y'all.
Hey. You know, yeah.
All right. Robert Ray, you got anything to say before we close off the show?
No, all I gotta say is, man, everybody watching, I appreciate y'all watching that. You know, all of us in the Get Litty NXT post show. You know, follow me on TikTok or Talking Smack with Rolly. That's it. That's all I gotta say.
All right,
Before
y'all.
before TikTok, they ban TikToks, but
Okay. Well, all right, y'all. It is your girl Bonafide Thundercat. Y'all stay lit. Have a good. Well, y'all know. Keep shining and stay lit, and we will see y'all tomorrow. Boss Man, drop the outro video.